These stones look man-made, but nature shaped them. This is the first thought for so many souls who stand upon the northern coast of Northern Ireland. Here, a strange and wonderful shore stretches out into the wild Atlantic. It is a pavement of dark, interlocking stones, stepping down from the cliffs into the sea itself. The shapes are so perfect, so orderly, that one can hardly believe they were not carved by human hands. They fit together like a vast, ancient puzzle, a mosaic laid down for a purpose, long forgotten. The air here is filled with the sound of crashing waves and the cries of seabirds, a soundtrack to a place that feels both alien and deeply familiar. For centuries, people have tried to explain this extraordinary landscape. Before the age of science, they turned to myths and legends. The most famous story tells of a great Irish giant. His name was Finn McCool. While the myth of Finn McCool is captivating, science offers an even more astonishing story. The true origin of the giant's Causeway is not one of giants, but of immense geological forces. The story begins deep within the Earth. About 60 million years ago, this region of Northern Ireland was a hotbed of volcanic activity. This was a time when the planet was still settling, and continents were drifting apart. Immense pressure from below forced molten rock, known as magma, to push its way up toward the surface. It was a period of fire and dramatic transformation for the landscape we see today. When this molten rock erupted onto the surface, it became lava. Great floods of this intensely hot liquid basalt spread across the ancient chalk beds of the land. It was not a single explosive eruption like we might see from a cone-shaped volcano. Instead, it was a series of massive flows, layer upon layer of molten material blanketing the countryside. Imagine a vast fiery river, several hundred feet thick, slowly but unstoppably moving across the terrain. This sea of lava would have been a truly awesome and terrifying sight, glowing red and orange as it consumed everything in its path. As these enormous sheets of lava came to rest, they began to lose their heat to the cooler air and the ground below. The process of cooling is what holds the secret to the Causeway's unique structure. When a substance cools, it also tends to contract or shrink. This is a fundamental principle of physics. The vast flat surface of the cooling lava lake began to pull inward on itself. This tension across the surface needed to be released somehow. The release came in the form of cracks, which began to appear on the cooling crust of the basalt. This process happened over a very long time. The lava did not cool all at once. The top surface cooled fastest. So we have two very different stories to explain this incredible place. On one hand, we have the colorful myth of Finn McCool, the giant who built a road out of rage, rivalry. This story is filled with emotion, personality, a sense of human-like drama. It connects the landscape to the people, giving it a place in their cultural heart. The myth explains the why in a way that is easy to understand and remember. It transforms the stones from a simple geological feature into a monument of legend, a reminder of a time when the world was a more magical place. On the other hand, we have the story told by science. This tale is one of incredible timescales, immense, impersonal forces. It speaks of a planet in motion, of fire from deep within the earth, and the slow, patient laws of physics. The scientific explanation reveals a process of natural creation that is just as awe-inspiring as the myth.